guys, welcome back to my channel. So this week I am back with my May budget closeout video. Basically my debt update. There goes Josh. I picked the worst time to film. He was like, I'm gonna go cut the grass, and I'm like, okay, and then he goes like right by the front. Anywho, I hope that doesn't bother y'all too much. I did not make a lot of progress this week, so it is going to be a bit of a shorter video. This is kind of my monthly overview, and then as usual you have each weekly tracker, my overall expense tracker, and then we get into the fun sheets. I didn't end up using two of these, so I typically just have a folder of extra sheets that I don't use, so that way when I go to print this off I can print less and just use these, if that makes sense. I'll actually just show y'all that real quick. I think my favorite thing about closing out my budget is getting to, let me zoom y'all out a bit, getting to put my old sheets away. And this is crazy to me because I started with the Budget Mom in August, and I keep the month before and month after my current budget in my budget binder. So when you look at this binder, we are back to August when I started. It's insane. Also, look at how many envelopes I have. Oh, they're so beautiful. I love her envelopes. This isn't even all of them. I have these, which y'all would have seen in a video before. I just need to hole punch these so I can stick them in here and use them as, like, you know, the time pertains. These are all her sinking fund envelopes. And then these are just my like ATM savings challenge envelopes. So this is just crazy. Like, we are back to August, so basically that means I need to print some more. The Budget Mom shows how instead of having a binder with this much paper in it, which can be a lot, this is only like not even one full year in here. It's August to March. So what she does is once she finishes it, each month she'll scan all of the pages into her computer, and she'll have like an iCloud, I guess, a saved folder somewhere on her computer of all of her budget sheets. I have considered that, but I have like the worst technology luck. I just suck at it. So for me, for now, I just love keeping the paper copies. I love having my big blue binder of my entire Budget Mom page book. Like, I just like that. But you know, you can watch her video on how she scans them in to the computer. Not a bad idea, but for now I'm just gonna use this massive binder and keep saving mine. But yeah, I just added April in there, so it is now August to April in this binder. And then my current budget binder will have May in the back for next month's reference, and then June, and then July. So I typically keep the 3 months in my current binder. So this month you can see I paid so much less than last month. Last month I paid $1,300 towards debt. A large chunk of that was help from the stimulus check. So this month I made my minimum payment towards Upstart, and then I paid an extra $100 towards it. So I only made $400 total, and most of it went, or not most of it, but a little less than half of it went to interest. My interest rate with Upstart is super high right now. I'm really trying to get it paid down. My intention was to take my $260 payment from Great Lakes and to apply it to Upstart, so I was making like a total of like $600 was my goal. But this month, y'all saw I shopped way too much. I ended up using that extra money towards shopping rather than debt, which I am not proud of. But that's why my debt payment overall was a lot less. So here I have a little post-it note because I did the math not including my IRA, and I needed, whoa, everything's falling on me. Today is Josh and I's cleaning productive day. I mean, we try to be productive a lot, but like, he's outside doing all the work and I'm inside doing all the work. I have laundry going though, but basically everything's caving in over here because I haven't cleaned up yet. It's really not that bad, but it's kind of bad. Anywho, I needed to just fix that once I got my IRA total, and that was a total asset amount of $8,052 $2,258.41. So that against my liabilities are negative $20,310.03. I'm worried I would like should maybe film later. We'll just let him do his pass by. But so those two together, my assets minus my liabilities, leaves me with negative $12,257.62, which is a slight improvement from last month when it was negative $12,467.76. So it's gotten a little better, really only 1% better. But yeah, I just love these sheets so much. So with this one, you just mark your income. My total income this month was $1,848.14. I have started looking for another job. As of right now, Capital One doesn't look like they're going back to work for a while, and I'm really not sure how much longer they're going to continue to pay us. We are set to get paid through June, but that being said, June is a quarter of the way through. So I definitely need to start looking for a job because I don't know what July is going to bring, and I really don't know when we're going back to work. But as of right now, that's my income. I get a set amount each week, which y'all will see if you watch my weekly videos. So I made my $400 payment, so my percent of income to debt was 21%. So I paid almost a quarter of my income went towards debt. Then savings was a lot less this month as well. Okay, I'm back. It's the next day. I just went ahead and gave it time for Josh to finish cutting the grass because I felt like that was going to be a pain in the butt to edit. So anywho, I left a little note as to where I left off, saving a lot less this month. Yes, my savings definitely went down this month. Schwab never really changes. I don't ever contribute more to it than $10 a month. I do hope to eventually change that. And then CrimeCon, I missed, I think, 2 weeks of savings for CrimeCon, and then camping was my $6 a week, and I feel like I missed a week there too. But I have the money in my checking account to pull out when we go camping, so that's all fun. So moving on to the next page, this one has my totals. This sheet's really good for kind of tracking your spending based on your income. So if your income goes down, you want your spending to go down. And I realized I didn't fill that out. So my total monthly income was $1848.14. I stopped doing a starting balance because my starting balance is always factored into each week. So what I started the month out with is also what I had that first week. So I hope that makes sense. So I just kind of marked that out. But yeah, you can definitely see this sheet's helpful, but I do feel like it's not redundant, but you have this and then you use this sheet to kind of copy over here. And when you copy it over here, it's a good comparison. So we'll just look at this one. You can tell my food went down, gas stayed the same because we really haven't been driving anywhere. And when we do, Josh typically pays for gas. And then my bills stayed the same, debt went down a lot, savings went down, personal was only up $2.78. I don't know if I covered shopping. Shopping went up significantly, which you'll see in my next sheet. I never really focused on my monthly income change because it's typically always the same unless it's things like a stimulus check or like random income, but it really doesn't change that much. And I think I need to start looking at that so I start spending less if I'm making less. But y'all know I'm just weak when it comes to shopping, but we are changing that. We're getting better. So for May, I already filled out this sheet. You can see here I did track my income this way. I don't know why the month of May, I almost feel like I must have done something wrong because these, I guess, had overtime. And then March, and then April was the stimulus check. But why May is so low in regards to my income, I don't know. I feel like I need to look at that again because that's so low. So So, yeah, that's so low. Okay, I'm back. I didn't realize my SD card was so low on memory. So anywho, this sheet's from the Budget Mom. I love the overview of it. I cannot wait until I'm in December and get to look back on my progress this year. One thing I think I touched on in one of my earlier videos, for my savings balance, I put a little star here. I only have it counting my personal fund and my emergency fund, because those are my two core savings accounts that aren't like variable. I didn't want to include sinking funds, even though that is cash on hand and that is something I include in my assets category, but I didn't want it to be in my savings balance just because that's something I'll save up for and then spend. So I just want that to be separate. This also will keep it being much more like consistent, which I like. And then my debt balance overall, as well as my retirement balance, it's still not quite up to where it was before everything kind of happened with COVID, but I mean, it fluctuates. I just kind of ignore it, except for when I do my budgeting. I pretty much don't mess with it. And then my net worth went up a little bit as well, which is good. You can see here kind of what I touched on before, this drastic drop from being able to pay $1,300 towards debt, kind of leveling out again, and it probably will level out for a bit. I mean, I'm hoping it kind of doesn't level out too much, but y'all know. So for the next sheet, this one's just a fun one, and I have my marker somewhere, but I don't think it was this one. This looks a little dark. Yeah, that's too dark. I don't know where my marker is, but basically I just kind of noted my debt was down just a little bit, like $200, not much, but it did go down a little bit, and this one's just kind of a fun overview. So that is my kind of debt update for this month. Not much really changed. I really didn't do much towards debt this month, so I'm hoping June goes a lot better. It should go better. So that is everything. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.